Alright, Massey Ferguson MF210. Same as the Alice Chambliss 5020 and the Hinmoto E23, I think. Anyways, okay, with the Tohishu S126 engine. So, got my LED lights on, but that's a side issue. Okay, so I was very disappointed with the ultimate failure of the not just one but two things of Blue Devil. Very disappointed. Not only did it not seal up the crack in the block, all the fibrous stuff or whatever is in it clogged up this perfectly good radiator. So I had bought a Bazooka ceramic product. I was getting ready to drain everything in there, so all the antifreeze would be out because it doesn't mix with that, and it seems like I have fixed the crack block leak. I did this with, I went ahead first and took the plug out. Here it was a plastic nylon plug which broke, was stuck, and so I had to hammer it out with a screwdriver, of course, and then work at getting it out of the block. I was able to do that, and finally I found this. It's hard to find a bolt this size, but an M22 ordered from China. Went with a stainless steel and have a brass washer around there. That was able to drain all the remainder of the rust and stuff that didn't get out from before. And then while that was out, all the pressure was off of here, so I went ahead and put on the Permatex high temp. I'm gonna see if I find the tube of it. Permatex high temp putty, and I just gooped it on right here and gooped it on the bottom crack down there with the starter removed. And then on top of that, while it was still somewhat drying, I put on the Permatex metal weld, kind of like a lot like the in a tube like that. This is a plastic welder, but I used a metal welder. Let me see if I can find the package. Just so that you know, this is the size of the, it's a M12 1.0 20. So I guess it's an M12. That is the bolt size that I put in there. Alright, so now with the crack completely sealed, I still had the old radiator on, was running it, realizing I had put on this Geometro fan, had it hooked in with this, so also I put the Geometro setup here. This is the part that goes into the block, and this is the 180 degree thermostat, so I had 160. Looked like a lot of people were using 180 thermostat. So and then on this side of it we have the fan switch and the Geometro for the light, temp light. Okay, so when I was running it with the clogged up radiator, it still wouldn't come on, and it was overheating. It's getting past this temperature right here, and my fan still wasn't coming on, so that was no good. So right now, whenever I need the fan, I was running it up to the PTO throttle, and it did great. I've got now the antifreeze in there, the final charge antifreeze, I've got the 13-pound Geometro radiator cap. The Geometro radiator, again, and this is only a single row, and that other one's either a 3-row or a 2-row, but this seems to be doing fine. And when it would start getting maybe about to 100, well, no, not 100, to this little mark right before, like maybe 185 degrees, I'd turn the fan on and it would cool it down to about 160 degrees Fahrenheit. And so I bought a thermostat or a fan switch that's gonna come on at 185 and cut off at 170 or 175. So when that comes in, it comes in with the relay and all that. Right now I just got it direct wired to the battery, which I don't want that. But I might also have an override switch to where I can turn the fan on whenever I want to. So replacing the fan that attaches here gets me more room here. I had to move back this battery mount. Didn't have to drill any new holes, just used the one hole that was there and the bolt. The tubes, the Geometro hoses actually fit a whole lot better with this setup, as reduced kinkage and resistance. This 1/2 inch by 40 inch belt is working beautifully. It's no wear, and it's holding its tightness, putting out 14 volts. So I think I might, and then I have this overflow tank that I added, Geometro overflow tank. Again, the Geometro in this motor is about the same, like 1.3 liter or 1.0 liter. So I figured, and a lot of these Geometro parts are working pretty good on this thing. So we'll see how this radiator holds up when I put it on a load and do some brush hogging or something like that. But I think with the combo of the fan and all that, I think it's going to do good. Finally, I think I found on the third water pump, I think we got a water pump that's not going to leak. So I think that's all the updates. And then I've put on these neat looking LED lights here. Get that. Changing out the old lights that were no good. So and then I got the lights in the back. I've got a switch hooked up to the white lights so that I can turn them on when needed, and put the switch right here. And slowly but surely getting it to a point where it's usable.